Introduction to the Interface Builder. I'm going to start with making a simple project and introduce you to it. So the Xcode, File, New, Project, Single View Application, Next, My IB Tutorial, Part A. Device only for the iPhone, keep it simple for right now. Next, let that checked, create. Now by default it has a viewcontroller.zip file. Now this file is also known as a nib file, xib nib, that's what they call it. There are two other files with the same name, .m extension, .h extension. They are the code behind, so bear that in mind. So I'm going to click on the nib file. As I do that, it opens up the nib editor, and that's your user interface builder. There's a button right here, hide document outline, files owner, first responder, not very important these days. This one is a little bit important, view. But basically if you click on this button there, you can see the view, and as we put objects in it, you will see the hierarchy of them. For right now I'm gonna hide it. On the right side we have the navigator. The lower part of the navigator, you want to select object library, and we have label around rectangle, text field, and you can scroll up. There are many of them. I'm going to click and drag label onto the view, a text box, a round rectangular button. See, as I drag it around, I see little lines for aligning it. So right now they're all left aligned. On the text box, I click it, hover over it. Right around here you see how the mouse cursor changes shape. I can click and drag and resize. Now on the right side, when I select the interface builder, on the right side you have the connection inspector, the size inspector, the attributes inspector. These three are very important ones. So let's look at, I'm going to click on the button, and in the size attribute inspector, you see what type it is. There are different types of it. This one is a rounded rectangle. Text is plain or attributed. Right here is the text. You see how it says button there? I can say my, click me. And I click anywhere else, like for over here, it'll say click me. Title attributed. As I do that, I can set different properties of this text, background colors and alignments and all, fonts and everything else. Now what I want to do is I want to show you how to connect these to the code behind. What I have in mind is I'll type my name in this text box. I'll click on the button, and the label will have whatever I typed in the text box. Just to show as an example. So I need what they call as an IB action. For when I click on a button, there's an action. Click event. So I want to make that. I want to create a outlet, IB outlet for the text box, and IB outlet for the label. So what I do is you click on your view right here, anywhere. Click on the assistant editor. Assistant editor will open up viewcontroller.h file. You see right here, you can see, and you can toggle between the viewcontroller.m, viewcontroller.h. We want viewcontroller.h at this point. I'm going to drag this a little bit onto this side. I'm going to select the button in the middle. So So I select here, this is what the sequence is. I select the .h file, then I click on the button, then I click on the connections inspector, and what I want is touch up inside. I'm going to click and drag right here, insert action, yes. Click me on click. So the click me button, it's on click, connect. It creates a little stub. This is like an interface. If you don't know Objective-C, just go along, play with it, play along for a little bit. So this is like an interface, a stub for this method. If I switch to the .m file, you see that it actually created an implementation of this method as well. So that's where I'm going to type this code. So I want to know what's typed in the text and what's in the label, and so for that I need a outlet. So I'm going to switch back to the .h file, click on the text box, and what I need is the new referencing outlet. So click and drag. I usually bunch the outlets on the top, so right there, let go. Let's say the text box was, for the name, so my name. Now I'm gonna select the label. This one doesn't have that many properties. New referencing outlet, click and drag. I usually go the new one on the top, my label, and it created two IB outlets. Now I'm gonna switch to the .m file. Right here, just after the implementation, I'm gonna type add synthesize the property. My one was my name, right? The other one was my label. So now I can access them. For example, this is how it goes. I want two square brackets and a semicolon. Within square brackets, I want to set the label, which is my label, a space, and its property, set text. Now you see how this is blue. I want another left bracket, right bracket. Within it, what do I want to access? Well, whatever's in my label. So I want to access my text, my name. Yeah, I call it my name, its text property, and now I'm going to run it. I'm gonna type my name, click me, and the label got changed. Let me reiterate one more time. Select your nib file, open it here, select your assistant editor, make sure view.h file is selected, then select your button, go to the navigator and create a referencing outlet. Oh no, sorry, for this one we need IB action, so it was the touch up inside. And you drag and drop over here. But now that we have done it, I wanted to show you how it looks once it has been connected. Touch up inside is connected to click me on click, if you recall. Select on the text box, and referencing outlet has been connected to the file's owner. Label the same way. That's how it looks. Thank you, and see you in the next part. Bye.